I'm gonna show you how to take UV DTF today and turn it into a pin wrap to make your pin unforgettable. You're gonna be able to keep track of it and not worry about your coworkers taking off with it. So let's get started. First, I have our UV DTF gang sheet that was printed by our fabulous team here at 143 Vinyl. And what we've done is we've printed our logo a few times, and I'm gonna take this and wrap it around a sublimation pin to make it custom to how I want it to put it on my desk. So the first thing that we are going to do is I'm going to cut this apart here and kind of figure out what we have. It's super easy to use. I'm gonna cut off the extra little bit up here that has our logo and our order number because you don't want that on your pin, or maybe you do, but this time I don't. All right, and I'm thinking that possibly I'm going to be able to do 2 of these on this pin here. So I'm just gonna take it and double check. And yeah, I'm gonna do 2 sets of these 143vinyl.coms on my blank pin. So whenever you're ordering your UV DTF to do a pin or a pin wrap, you're gonna wanna make sure to measure the pin that you're using to get the exact size of file that you're wanting when you go to get it printed for it to fit your pin. Because if not, it could be a disaster. So the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna cut off what we're gonna use and the rest we'll save for next time, or maybe I can make a pin for a friend. But we don't want their pin to look like my pin. I'm gonna put that to the side, and I'm gonna just double check one more time to make sure my measurement is how I want it here. So I think it looks all good. It's gonna look great on this white pin. So when we get done, this is what we're gonna end up with. I am gonna trim a little bit on each end to get it exactly how I want it to make it a little easier to work with. So we could go about this 2 ways. We could leave it all as one piece like this and wrap it like I just showed you. Or I could cut it off and like line it up on each side. Either way will work perfectly, whatever you prefer. I'm going to keep it together and show you how to do it as one piece. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my little tweezers here as my other pins go rolling. Oh, sweet Lord. All right, we're good, it's fine, we got this. All right, and we are going to peel this apart. I like to use tweezers to get these apart. You can use your pin if you prefer that, but it's kind of hard to get them started sometimes because it's 2 plastic clear pieces that you're trying to get apart. It's worse than the like little bags at the grocery store. In the produce department, that's what it reminds me of. All right, so I've got my corner right here and I'm just gonna pull back this piece that I'm wanting to get rid of. Kind of think of it when you're using adhesive vinyl and you have to lay down your transfer tape. This is all together. So we're just getting rid of this piece right here and it's gonna go to the side, and then I'm going to use my handy dandy squeegee here as a pin goes rolling again. Oh, this is the best. I'm gonna use this lovely little handy dandy squeegee and I'm gonna lay this here just so my pin does not roll on me as I try to apply it. Now, once I lay this down, I'm not gonna be able to pick it back up and move it. So make sure that you're confident in where you want it to go. So I'm just gonna start right here and lay it down nicely and then kind of roll it towards me to get it where I want it. Push this edge down right here. So then once I've done that, I'm gonna take my squeegee and burnish it to make sure it just adheres to the pin well. And it shouldn't take tons of burnishing if you're using a blank pin that has a nice smooth finish to it. And then we're going to start peeling off the top clear layer. And if you start to peel it up and you're noticing that like other little pieces are coming up with it, no big deal. You're just gonna like lay it back down, burnish it a little bit more, and go back to peeling up. It's easy to fix it as you go. The hardest thing with working with a pin is how small it is of what you're working with. So like when I've done mine here, I've gotten them layered, and so I'm having to pull them apart as I go. So what I'm going to try to do is use my tweezers and just let it help me out a little bit here and hope not to stab myself to death with it here. All right, here we go. Now we're cooking. In typical me fashion here, I've made it a little bit of a hot mess, guys. All right, and just like that, we have a cool looking logoed pin for me to put on my desk to make sure that none of my friends or coworkers take off with it. Pretty cool. All right, guys, so today we have worked with UV DTF and a blank sublimation pen and made a really cool 143vinyl.com pen for me to keep on my desk where I can keep track of it. Super easy, quick little project to do, and a great gift for all your friends.